Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel guys. If you are new here, my name's Lena, and since you've miraculously found yourself here, you might as well give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So if you haven't noticed the title of the video, today I'm going to share with y'all the time that I dated a bum. This video isn't for anyone's embarrassment. It's actually embarrassing on my half, so I don't want to say anybody's names. The only names that I'm going to ever say in this story is my name, which is Alina. I might not even say my name because why would I talk in the third person? But definitely my sister's name. Her name is Lauren. There's two guys, so there's the guy that I dated, his brother, and then a girl. So for the guy that I dated, we're just gonna say, I don't know, what should we call him? We'll just say his name is Mark. His name is not Mark, but we'll say his name is Mark. His brother, we'll just say brother. And then the girl, we'll say Alexa, and that's not her name either. So let's get started. Okay, so it all started in middle school. I dated Mark, I want to say in 7th grade. He played basketball, and I met him at this little thing called a Hawktoberfest. It was our October celebration at school, just to like celebrate Halloween coming up, I guess. I don't know, it was kind of stupid now that I think about it, but it was fun. Like, we had all these little sections, and we had like a haunted house type thing. It was pretty fun. So me and my friend were like walking around the halls at this Oktoberfest, and then we like ran into this big group of basketball players, and she liked one of the guys, and I was like, oh my god, because I couldn't stand athletes. I already told y'all that. And I was like, why are we here? Like, why do I have to hang out with you? Let's go. And she really liked one of the guys. So I was like, all right, I'll just stay. So we hung out with them for a little while, and that's when I met Mark. Mark was so funny to me and very touchy. He could not stop like touching me. I mean, like, it was weird. My face the whole entire time was like, don't touch me, get away from me. So, you know, we exchanged numbers, we hung out the rest of the Oktoberfest, literally the whole day. And, you know, we just started talking, started going to his games. Yeah, I was dating a basketball player. Time went on, you know, it's middle school, you're like, you date for a week and then it's like, eh. I heard that he was having relations with one of his neighbors, but I definitely wasn't doing anything. I didn't even want to kiss anyone. So who knows if this was even true, but like rumor had it that he was like getting down with one of his neighbors. And I hit him up, you know, I called him on the phone and I was like, why are you doing that with her? Blah, 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 blah. And that girl was like way, way younger than us. Like, she was in 5th grade, I think. It was so disgusting. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's pretty much why we ended it in middle school. You know, a few years go by, the end of 7th grade, 8th grade, I finally get to high school. He's already been in high school, okay? So Mark is a fuckboy now because he went to high school, and now he's like, oh my gosh, I know what sex is, let's go. Let's just put it that way, he's had many relations with many things. I found out that Mark was dating a new girl from middle school. I say new girl from middle school because she pretty much came, I want to say at the beginning of 8th grade, so she was new. And I was like, oh, okay, they're dating, that's cool, like, you're a fuckboy. I would see Mark in the hallways, and he would always try to flirt with me, even though he had a girlfriend. And this continued like throughout high school. I would get a boyfriend. Well, I had 3 boyfriends throughout high school, and then my last boyfriend I'm still with. So for the first 2 relationships I had through high school, you know, he knew that I was with those guys, and he would still try to flirt with me. I don't know, it was so weird. And he had a girlfriend. Really, really weird. So, freaky thing was, I ended up trying out for cheer, and I made it. So, fast forwarding to junior year, cheer, and his girl is on the cheer team. So I was cheering with Mark's new girlfriend. Awkward. It was awkward because he told me that he would tell her that he was in love with me. And I don't know if he actually told her that mess, but every time he saw me in the hallways, he would say, "Are you and so-and-so best friends?" And I'm like, no, why would I befriend your new girlfriend? Like, no. So you can try to have sex with both of us? Like, no. They're done. They break up. She moved. All this other stuff happened, okay? So some time went by, some months. And I was in a relationship, and then we broke up too. So I was single and Mark was single. It was summer, and Mark would like hit me up on Instagram and stuff, and I still had his phone number, so I would text him, and then like we started linking up. I was working at Sonic at the time, and yeah, he would like come by my work when we were closing, and I started car hopping, so I would be outside and I would just get to chill and talk to him. Because of the thing we had in middle school, old feelings started to arise, and you know, he was very chatty. He could talk his butt off. He was just like super charming and outgoing, so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to fall for him again. And we were both single, so there was nothing wrong with it, but at the same time it was like, ew. He didn't have a car, and at this time he had been out of school, I'm pretty sure, for a year. I think it might have not been a whole year, but he had been out of high school for almost a year. He didn't have a car, he didn't have a job, and I was starting to fall for him. Before I made the dumbest decision to hang out with him tough and actually like, you know, go over not to his apartment but his sister's apartment, and you know, there were tons of red flags. I mean, 1, we broke up in middle school. Why? Because you cheated. 2, you don't have a job. 3, you don't have a car. 4, you can't get a job because you can't stop smoking weed for a week, if that. Like, are you really that much of a bum? You can't get a job because you can't stop smoking? Okay. It was a lot of red flags, okay? But I decided to ignore them all because that's just the type of person I was, and I really wanted to help him out. At first, it wasn't even about getting with him or trying to, you know, be together. It was about being a friend because I really did like him as a friend. He was a good friend. You can't help people who don't want to be helped. So, like I said, I was working at Sonic, and I was racking up on money. I was making so much money. I don't know where it went. Like, I'm jealous that I spent that money. Like, I don't know where that money went, but it went down the drain for sure. $1 every car, and we were the busiest Sonic. Like, we'd probably have 500 cars. That's $500 a day. I had some extra money that I really didn't necessarily need. I mean, I was 16, no car. This was my first job, and I was in high school, no bills I had to pay for. So he asked me for, I want to say the first time it was $300, and then the second time it might have been $200. Overall, I'm not really sure the amount exactly, but I know I gave him over $300. It was a span of like 2 payments. Just 2 times I gave him money. And guess what the little fucker did with it? He bailed out his friend from jail. At this time, we had already hung out in that way, riding in cars with him and his brother when they were doing their drug deals through the trailer parks. And I was so bad. So I had already like hung out with him hella tough, and he took my money to bail his friend out of jail. Before he bailed his friend out of jail, he had a car. Well, apparently it was his friend's car that he was driving around to come see me in. Turns out his friend was named Alexa, not her real name, but you know, that's her fake name for the story. And it wasn't just his friend, it was his girlfriend. So I had no idea that that was his girlfriend. He told me he was single. He would tell me all types of crazy things about her, like she tried to kill him, she tried to run him over, all this crazy stuff. Wow, like, y'all aren't really a couple. I mean, obviously you hate her so much and you hardly ever hang out with her because you're always hanging out with me. So at first, I didn't know whether to like stop hanging out with him or just, you know, just stay friends or like what. Once I figured out that he had a girlfriend, and after all that he told me about how like she tries to kill him and stuff, I was just like, fuck her, like, talk to me, you know, because why would you want to be with someone who's trying to harm you? Yes, we slept together after I found out that that was his girlfriend. Super bad, but that's what happened. And eventually she found out that we were hanging out. I'm not really sure how. Maybe I might have texted him when she was around. I don't know. She called me on the telephone one day and she was like, so are you having sex with my boyfriend? And I was like, I don't know, why don't you ask him? You know, because I really didn't want to be involved. And I was just like, why don't you ask him? And he swore up and down on his life, on his mama, on his grandmama, that we didn't do anything. And I was just on the phone, I was cracking up. I was like, okay, well, that settles it then. And then she was like, I just want to hear it from you. And I was like, yeah, we did. And she didn't believe me at first. And she's like, well, how come he's saying that y'all didn't? And I was like, I don't know, because he's a fuckboy. She just started cussing me out, and then she started yelling at him on the phone. She was like, why would a girl lie on her? Why would a girl lie on her? P-U-S-S-Y. I don't like saying that word. And then he was like, I don't know. She's desperate. He called me desperate. He called me a liar. He called me ugly. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, well, that was that. And even after that happened, he still tried to hit me up. He still talked crap about her, and he even apologized to me, and he was like, I don't even want to be with her, I want to be with you. He was telling me how he wanted to take me to Chicago, I think where his dad lives or something, I have no idea. Talking about how he could play basketball and how we could like live in a loft and like, or maybe not a loft, I think it was his dad's house or something, I don't know. But he was telling me all this stuff and then telling her something completely different, and I was just like, wow, you are something, like, you are something crazy. A week at the most went by, and he told me that they broke up, and I was like, all right, I really don't believe you, but whatever. And he was like, no, I'm serious, and he showed me the messages, and then I was like, all right. And he was like, do you want to hang out? And I was like, sure. So I had my mom's black Jetta. I did not have a license, but I was driving her Jetta around because I didn't have a car, and she was filing for bankruptcy, so the car was part of the bankruptcy, and she didn't really care about it because she already got a van, and it was just, literally, it was just a car to play around with. So I drove to his apartment, and I was like parked outside of his house, and he was like begging me to take him to Antioch, and I was like, no, I'm not taking you to Antioch, But he got in my car. He was in the front seat and his brother was in the back seat with my sister, and he was just going back and forth, and eventually I was like, fuck it, okay, fine, but I'm not driving, you are. So I let this fool drive my mom's car all the way to Antioch, and we drove to his sister's apartments. I think he met someone there to like sell a computer that he stole. Yeah, it was very shady. Like, we could have been shot at. Like, it was shady, and I did not want to be there. And I was like, you know, can we go? Come on. I did not feel safe. I didn't like the way he was driving, and I'm pretty sure his license was suspended. So it was just a horrible situation. I don't know. I was bad. It was a bad time. Yeah, I was just trying to have fun, and I was trying to like rehatch things with old friends and help people, and I don't know, in all the wrong ways. A few days go by, and then we're at his apartment again. We're all alone. It's me, Lauren, Mark, and his brother. Me and Mark go upstairs, and I left my sister with his brother, and his brother, oh God, I don't even know. His brother was in high school when I was in middle school, so no idea how old he is. Not at all. So that wasn't good on my part. Horrible sister award. Horrible sister award. Me and Mark went upstairs, and obviously you know what we did. And at first I was just like, no, I really don't want to. Like, I really didn't want to, because it just felt wrong at this point, and I was kind of just over it. I was over the whole situation. I was over Alexa. I was over the money situation. It just started to feel disgusting, and like the few times before that when we did have relations, it just kind of felt disgusting. So like the last 3 times, it was just horrible. I could feel that it wasn't love, and that it was just for him to get off, and it was disgusting. So I was like, no, I really don't want to do anything. Like, I thought we were going up there to talk. I know I'm gullible and I'm slow, okay? So don't believe me if you don't want to, but I swear up and down I thought we were going upstairs to talk. But no, he wanted to do the dirty. So we ended up doing it, but I swear, I don't want to say that it was rape or whatever, but I didn't enjoy it, and I told him multiple times, like, I don't want this, I don't want to, but I still let it happen. And I don't even know if I should be saying this. I don't know, I feel like it was my fault, so I put myself in a bunch of bad situations, like riding around in the car with them while they're doing drug deals, selling a shady laptop, like all this shady stuff was going down. So I put myself into it. He should have respected my wishes more, but he didn't, and that was the last time we ever did anything. We might have only had relations 5 or 6 times. At first it was enjoyable because I was like, haha, I have his heart back, I'm back in my spot, I'm a badass, I ride around with drug dealers, ooh yeah. Like, I thought I was bad, and I was just a sad person. I don't know, maybe he grew up, because him and Alexa have babies now, and I think they're engaged to be married. I have no idea, but it turns out that he's doing good, I guess. I don't know, but when I dated him, he was a bum. And I can tell you, I don't even want to say I made him, but I tried to help him so much. I tried to get him a job. I tried to help him out. I tried to give him rides, and it turns out the whole time he was just using me, and he was just still the same old fuckboy that I met at the Oktoberfest in 7th grade when I told my best friend, let's go, because your girl knows what's gonna happen, and it happened. So there you go. That's the time I dated a bum. If you are interested in my stories, give this video a big thumbs up. Give me more ideas. I have tons of stories, so if you want to hear more, see more, go ahead and subscribe, turn the notifications on, and come back to my channel when I upload the next video. Okay, that was horrible. Okay, peace out, guys.